All right, let's take a look here. Ah, I see. Ah, it appears you have a most frightful affliction, an obsession with fear and thrill, and a proclivity for frequenting haunted houses. Yes, this is a very tricky situation to treat, but it can be done. I am Dr. Singer, a psychiatric professional of sorts. So believe me when I say that the only way to cure your particular disease is to pull back the curtain to see just how they get the house haunted. Don't just take it from me, though. I've treated many like you before, and I've compiled their testimonials to calm your nerves. Please, direct your attention to the television.
Everything. I loved everything about haunted houses.
I used to going in and getting scared.
Constantly go there with my parents and kind of work your way up from the haunted corn maze.
I would go there all the time with friends, family. It was a big tradition.
So I knew it was a problem when I ended up being late to work because I had traveled, too far and got stuck in a storm for going to a haunted house. It was probably my fourth one that week. So I went online and I found this Dr. Singer he'd gotten good reviews, and in retrospect, they're extremely well deserved.
Ever since my favorite guy in the whole wide world, Dr. Singer, fixed my brain, my world has been changed. It's so much better.
Super nice individual, real great to work with.
He really was just so patient and kind through the whole process, and I really thought some of his treatments were a little old school. Like, it kind of reminded me of things I've read about Broadmoor Asylum and maybe, but old school doesn't mean bad.
You're restrained basically the first time for therapy.
When he put me down in that chair and then strapped a big metal bucket on my head.
And then I didn't see anything until I woke up and he was like, oh yeah, we just did a little quick lobotomy. And I was like, oh my gosh, great.
A steady drip of liquid dimethyltryptamine.
30 days in the darkness alone.
Did you enjoy it? And I was like, yes. And he was like, did you feel any pain? And I was like, kinda.
Almost like projections, like charades, like on a wall. They were just shadows that it required a light to be there in order to cast those shadows. So I was able to see that light.
I made a bunch of new friends that I didn't know I had up here, and they're with me all the time now.
I got this other guy coming in. We're gonna put him in a little electric chair. Oh, what a fun time that sounds.
40,000 volts later, man. I was shocked just how much it worked.
And now I just couldn't imagine going through the phoniness of a haunted house when really any house or any situation could be haunted, but you just create that in your own mind.
But truly, I wouldn't be where I am today without Dr. Singer, and for that, I'm forever grateful.
Moral of the story is, come see Dr. Singer. What a fantastic man.
Now, it says here in your chart that you frequent the abandoned haunted house complex. Well, for our first round of treatment, I had one of my assistants create a video about one of the owners of abandoned, Corey Stevens. Yes, surely his insights on the haunt will begin to clear that plague in your mind. Please, direct your attention to the television and don't look away. I'll be watching very closely.
My name is Corey Stevens, and I'm the owner-operator of the Haunted House.
For 15 seasons, Corey Stevens has worked to make the abandoned haunted house complex the best that it can be. And it starts the moment the haunt closes.
I'm here probably 3 to 4 days a week on the off-season. Mainly, we're going to be tearing apart old scenes, things that don't work as well anymore. And sometimes you just have to change things up. I mean, people are expecting to see new things every single year that they come. So you want to do something significant enough so when they get here, they notice a big change.
New rooms aren't the only thing on this fear-filled plate, though. The old rooms need plenty of tender love and care.
So not only are we building new scenes, but we're fixing it and making sure that the scenes that we had in the past are safe and put together well. And a lot of people go through like a bull in a china shop. When they're going through, they're like pushing each other into walls and, you know, tripping over each other. And so everything has to be nailed down, glued down, but things come loose. And so we spend a lot of time just fixing scenes that have been destroyed from the season prior.
But who is this we that Corey keeps mentioning? Surely such a large project has many people contributing, right?
Yeah, a lot of haunted houses have crews of 10, 20, 30 people that work year-round to do it. And we've always, just the two of us, we've done it since the very beginning. Every single wall, every single screw, every single thing in this building has been touched by myself and Matt. That's it.
So, through blood, sweat, and toil, these two men work full-time in the off-season, preparing for eager haunted housegoers. But how many customers can get through the haunt in a night?
It's in the thousands that we get through on our busiest nights. If you come to a haunted house at the beginning of the season, you're going to be sent through in a group of 2, 4, 6. The groups can be spaced a lot longer apart than on a busy night. But it seems like all of our customers want to come the third weekend of October. It happens every single year. And on that night, we are sending through groups of 35 people maybe every 2 minutes.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people who, presumably, move at a different pace. How does the haunt deal with that?
Trying to crowd control, we call it, is one of the most difficult things in a haunted house. There's no haunted house that has this down to a science. I mean, my brother-in-law is guilty. He's the worst. He wants to look at every single prop. He wants to take his time. He's intrigued by all the artistic stuff that goes into the sets and everything. The group behind him might be screaming and running from people. So there's no good, every single haunted house struggles with this problem. One thing we tell our employees is you always want to scare people or scare people forward, and because they need to keep moving on those busy nights, like we need to keep that crowd control. If that first person stops and everyone starts to slow down behind, 200 people back or 100 people back, they might be standing still for 20, 30 seconds. And as a scare actor, trying to scare somebody for 20, 30 seconds is super difficult to keep their attention, keep them scared without the reality kind of coming back. So we want to keep people moving. So our actors always scare forward.
Ah, yes, the actors. But how many actors does it take to staff the haunt?
We have about 30 haunt actors per haunted house, and we have 3 haunted houses. So it's anywhere between 90 and 100 scare actors per night.
But what if someone calls in sick? What if multiple people call in sick?
We've easily had 20, 25 people request and call in sick on one day. We have what we consider spots that they have to be manned, and then we have spots that we call flex spots. So if somebody does call in sick, we generally will pull the person from the flex spot and put them into a spot that's a necessary spot. So we can either be fully staffed and have all those flex positions manned, or if X amount of people call in sick, the flex spots might be open, but everything else is manned. So the customer would generally not know the difference.
The actors are set. The building is built. Now it's time for the scare. How does one make a good scare?
The best way to get a good scare is for the customer to see a very specific path to get somewhere, and then through lighting and the build to have areas where our actors can hide, so the person doesn't even know that space exists, so they don't think that any scare is going to come from that spot. It's all kind of the distraction of making people think they're safe and then hitting them from a side that they're not expecting it from.
Getting a good scare seems like it should be timeless. But for years, haunted houses have been stepping up their game. Why is that?
Haunted houses used to be black walls, mazes, masks, things like that. And that's just not the case anymore. Haunted houses have gone way more professional. I would say that it was kind of starting that way about 15 years ago when we started, leaning towards a more professional haunted house, but things have definitely taken off. And I think a lot of it has to do with the internet, CGI. Like our teenagers today, they can see almost anything on CGI. So if they were just to go through a haunted house with some silly rubber masks, it would not scare them at all.
Clearly, Corey has high standards for the haunt and has put in a lot of time and effort to see his standards through. You may have even noticed that Corey is wearing 3 layers. That's because the haunt is not heated. Out here, in the bitter winter cold, why does he go through all the trouble?
I love the artistic part of envisioning something in my head and then being able to go and build it from scratch. To me, it's a challenge. Like, I love a challenge. But then I love also seeing when people go through and exiting and saying, hey, that was the best thing I've ever been to. I mean, this is amazing. So I think it's a little of both. I really enjoy the physical part of building, but I also love the end product where people are coming and enjoying what we've built.
This simply doesn't make any sense. I don't... Ah, yes. Welcome back. Please, take a seat. These are the results of the previous treatment. I don't know how to say this exactly, but it appears that they have not been productive. Concerningly, it appears that they have actually been counterproductive. But worry not. The rhyme and reason of psychiatry never fails. We must keep our heads on straight and stay the path. Now, the next round of treatment I have prepared for you is a meeting with the other owner of the abandoned haunted house complex, a Matt Berg, to be precise. By revealing the creative vision of the haunt, I am confident that you will be well on your way to recovery. Yes, well on the way. been a failure. The test results show that your sick admiration for haunted houses has increased tenfold. I am truly at a loss. Never, all my years in this business, have I ever seen a case as bad as yours. But we're in too deep. You can't possibly go back now, and you won't. I have taken the liberty of booking you a permanent stay in our finest padded cell. Maybe there, and with enough time, you can still be saved. Thank you for joining me in my office this evening. I wish you all the best, and I hope, at the very least, that you have enjoyed your time here with me. Goodbye.